A tweet that has been published by the Chinese spokesperson of Foreign Affairs, Li Jianzhou, marks the latest in an escalation of tensions between China and Australia. I want to pretext this by saying that this image that I'm going to show you is distressing. It is not a real photograph, it's an artistic impression, but shows this. Now, this is the Australian flag. There's bodies underneath this flag. This is a jigsaw puzzle of the Afghanistan flag. This is an Australian soldier. He's holding a child. We've blurred out the child here. He's holding a knife to the child's neck, and the child is holding a lamb. In this tweet, Li Jianzhou says, "We strongly condemn such acts and call for them to be held accountable." He's referring to a report that was released a few days ago. The Afghanistan report. It details alleged war crimes that were carried out by Australian soldiers in Afghanistan. This report says that they have credible evidence that 39 Afghan citizens were unlawfully killed, so murdered by Australian soldiers. This particular image appears to link to an element of a report by a sociologist. Now, this sociologist reported rumours of war crimes reported to her. She said that she had heard an account where Australian soldiers had slit the necks of two young 14-year-old Afghan boys. This is yet to be substantiated. It's unsubstantiated as of now, but it is very deeply distressing and concerning. Now, Scott Morrison has condemned this image that was uploaded by the Chinese spokesperson for Foreign Affairs. He's called for the Chinese government to remove it. He called for Twitter, the platform, to remove the image, and he has demanded a full apology. Now, we reached out to Twitter and they have given no indication that they will be removing it, but they did say that on some accounts you can see this particular warning label on it. This tweet might include sensitive content, and the call to remove the tweet that has been strongly condemned by some, including the editor of Global Times, that is Chinese state media. He said this: "It's ridiculous and shameless that he should be demanding China to apologise for uploading this particular image and tweet." But this marks the latest in an escalation of tensions between China and Australia. They deteriorated strongly in April when Scott Morrison called for an international inquiry into the origins of the global pandemic. And since then, there's been numerous different instances that have deteriorated even further the relationship between the two, including in August, where there was a very prominent journalist that was detained, Cheng Lei. She was an Australian TV anchor detained by the Chinese government. She worked for the news channel CGTN. Since then, a few days ago, there's been an escalation with regards to trade tensions between the two. China has slapped a tariff 107 to 212% on Australian wine exports, bearing in mind that Australia would rely very, very heavily on the China relationship, the China-Australian trade relationship. But this tweet marking just the latest in that deterioration between the two.